sorry. Okay. Once there was a peddler who sold caps, but he was not an ordinary peddler carrying his wares on his back. He carried them on the top of his head. First he had on his own checked cap, and then a bunch of gray caps, and a bunch of blue caps, and on the very top, a bunch of red caps. He walked up and down the streets holding himself very straight so as not to upset his caps. And as he went along, he called, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." One morning, he couldn't sell any caps. He walked up the street and he walked down the street calling, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." But nobody wanted any caps that morning. Nobody wanted even a red cap. He began to feel very hungry, but he had no money for lunch. I think I'll go for a walk in the country," he said. And he walked out of town, slowly, slowly, so as not to upset his caps. They were all there, so he went to sleep. And he slept for a long time. When he woke up, he was refreshed and rested. Look at that, big smile on his face. He looked to the right of him, no caps. And he looked to the left of him, no caps. He looked in back of him, no caps. And he looked behind the tree, no caps. He looked up into the tree, and what do you think he saw? You're never going to guess this one. On every branch sat a monkey. On every branch was a gray or a brown or a blue or a red cap. Look at them all. They look so happy, big smiles on their faces. The peddler looked at all the monkeys, and the monkeys looked at the peddler. He didn't know what to do. Finally, he spoke to them. "You monkeys, you," he said, shaking his finger at them. "Give me back my caps." But the monkeys only shook their fingers back at him and said, and this made the peddler angry. So he shook both hands at them and said, "You monkeys, you, give me back my caps." But the monkeys only shook both their hands back at him and said, Now he felt quite angry. He stomped his foot and he said, "You monkeys, you better give me back my caps." But the monkeys only stamped their feet back at him and said, "Look at them all up there in the tree." By this time, the peddler was really very, very angry. He stamped both his feet and he shouted, "You monkeys, you must give me back my caps." But the monkeys only stomped both their feet back at him and said, At last he became so angry that he pulled off his own cap, threw it on the ground, and began to walk away. But then each monkey pulled off his own cap. Look at that. And all the gray caps, and all the brown caps, and all the blue caps, and all the red caps came flying down out of the tree. And slowly, slowly, he walked back to, I missed a page. So the peddler picked up his caps and put them back on his head. First his own checked cap, then the gray caps, and then the brown caps, and then the blue caps, and the red caps on the very top. And slowly, slowly, he walked back to town calling, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." Got them all there. The end.